it's tough sometimes, everybody. Tough sometimes. A little bit too cold. Got microwave it then.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you. Because I stand tall like I'm on my tiptoes. Baby, you think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Hey, where the money at? Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily. And I'm the type of that might change my number on you. Yeah, that's how you react when people took a slumber on you. Pretty brown skin, baby, I can see the summer on you. You see all the bread, and I know it make you wonder, don't you, don't you, don't you? Ooh, I ain't surprised at all. Seen them rise and fall. Went up the mountain, it wasn't hard to climb at all. At the top, I found some relief. I finally got some peace. Carry on, but please don't mess up the mood. Yeah, I worked too hard for it. No, I need it, beat it, before you mess up the mood. Yeah, ooh, I worked too hard for it, and I need it, so please don't mess up the mood. Don't mess up the mood.
Oh, everybody. What can I say? Literally though, what can I actually say? Every day is getting mentally more and more harder and stressful. Like, at this point, I'm so tired of the bike. I'm just doing so much therapy to my foot. I'm like wondering, why is it not getting better? Like, what is the true fact? And like, what is going on with my foot? I don't even know what to do. It's like at a point where my motivation to the bike is not even there anymore because I'm so mentally stressed out and kind of like burnt out from the thought of not being run, which is not a good state of mind to be biking with. And it kind of means I'm like taking the bike for granted a little bit. Not even a little bit more than a little bit, because I'm doing these 3-hour rides per day, and I had to take a step back this week and be like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, 3 hours does not need to be done every single day. You're going to get into mentally burnt out phase. You're going to go in overtraining syndrome and all that. So I'm just taking a step back this week and only doing like 30 or 45 minute cycles because it just needs to be done. Like I'm so mentally burnt out from what my foot is that I can't even have the motivation and drive to go on the bike because all I want to do is go for a run right now. Like all I am doing is going for a run. I want to wake up and I start jogging in place and whatnot and I can run and it doesn't hurt. But as soon as I go into that running formation and hit my heel on the ground or my foot as I'm running, it hurts. But I can for sure jog in place. I can run on my tippy toes. But every time I do that running formation, it hurts. I just don't even know what to do. I am going to try to do physical therapy, and I want to change my running form a little bit, but it's very, very hard to. I'm doing these 5-minute runs, 6-minute runs. I'm just trying to build up a little bit because I had these heel pains before. I got them after my half marathon peak race last year. I got them during a training block one time. I get them after basically every peak race actually. And it's just like, I don't know. It always goes away and I run on it. I literally go and run on it and it makes it go away. As soon as I start doing therapy, I ice it, I cup it, and running on it helps it go away. It's like therapy because plantar fasciitis is like, I don't even know how to explain it. And that's pretty sure what I have. But overall, I'm just like trying to cup out my foot, roll out my foot. Like this morning, I literally spent an hour literally rolling out my foot while editing YouTube. It becomes like at a point like, what do I even do anymore? What do I even do? And so what I do to try to keep up my fitness is I'm biking. I'm biking all this extra stuff right now and going hard, and I'm never really taking a break and going easy because it's just that fear of losing that fitness. It all goes back to that mental side and that mental stress of like, wow, you gotta control yourself a little bit. Like 3 hours is a very long time. Like because I feel like in the morning I bike for like 2 hours and 45 minutes roughly, and then I'll do a double on the bike to maximize my what I would do on a running training walk where I would do a double bike ride later in the day. But that honestly does not need to be needed, especially since I'm going hard. More is not always better, and it's just caused me be so tired of it. And one of the reasons is because of my injury. I'm so tired of biking. I actually just want to go for a run, and it's making me take biking for granted. I just have to think in my head, don't do these long bike rides. You're literally taking biking for granted. Just imagine if I wasn't able to go bike, how much more stress would I have right now? Like literally, how much more stress could I possibly have? And it would be a lot more because I'll be like, I'm not just running, but I'm not even biking. I just have so much stress in my mind that all my fitness is lost. I literally ran a 2:54:08 marathon 7 weeks ago, almost 50 days, and like you're not even able to bike anymore. So I just have to take that in consideration and be thankful that I'm able to bike. So taking this week off to like mentally agree with my mind that more is not always better, and a good hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours on the bike is good enough to keep up all your fitness, or you're going to end up overtraining on the bike, not be able to bike, and try to keep up as much fitness as you can while biking. Like my goal of 2022 is to get stronger, but I can't do that if I'm not doing any activity. And getting stronger means doing other things than just running. Running gets me strong and all, but it does tear down my muscles. While big gear cycling really does build up my muscles. Like I can really tell I can put more power out on the bike. I can go to the gym and lift more weights, and that was my goal in 2022. So everything happens for a reason, and maybe I just needed to take a step back from running to actually build that strength and overall get stronger, so I'm able to run faster, have better form, and so on. So maybe these 50 days off from very terrible running, not consistent at all, and overall no running, is happening for a reason. And maybe I overall just really need to have this downtime / off time from running. Like it's becoming like, wow, this is actually might be very helpful, not just for now, but in later in a training block, because you might be able to run faster because you're a lot stronger, and you might not get mentally burnt out because you're taking a forced mental break from running because of an injury. So when you get back to running, you're like, yes, I'm finally able to run, and you do all these runs and you're having fun with it. Like it's just a break to finally have fun with running again when you get back from your injury. And that's one reason I feel like injuries are a good thing. Like I hate my heel pain right now. It is so frustrating. It's caused me so much mental stress and anxiety. But when I know I get back to running, I won't feel like what I felt like at closer to the end of my training block, where it's starting to get a little bit mentally more hard on me. But for now, since I took that mental break of running, I'll be able to get back there, not just physically fresh from it, but mentally fresh up here. So I might be able to go harder, push faster on some runs, and overall just run better and have fun with it, because we are always trying to have fun with the sport of running. So yes, the bike may be hard for now, but I know it will help me in the long run if I don't overtrain on the bike and do these 3-hour long runs consecutively every single week. I can just push it down for 2 or so plus hours, because that just needs to what be done. Like, I don't have to do 3 hours to overall keep up my fitness. But let's get you the comment and the question of the day, which the question of the day is, what cross training do you like to use, rather if you're injured or not? Just overall, what cross training methods do you like to do in your training? Whether it's pool running, swimming, yoga, walking, biking, elliptical, strength training, just anything. Comment down below what's your favorite type and form of cross training that you use to help benefit your form and your running. And the comment of the day goes to Rebecca Bocole. She says, amazing videos. My goals are to reach 1,500 miles for the year, run my first half marathon, and run a PR in the 5K. That is some amazing goals. Not too heavy goals where you're going over the extreme, but you know what you can handle in your own goals. That's why when you set goals, you don't want to go above and beyond and set these ridiculous goals, because that's when overuse injuries really do happen. And I didn't really set any goals for 2022. I just wanted to keep up my training the way I wanted to. And I know that's not going on right now, but I entered out of 2021 with an injury, so I definitely entered to 2022 with an injury. And that happens, and so my goal for the year is just to rehab my injury, not to run faster, not to get a PR in a marathon, but just to understand when to take time off, when to take a break from running, when to actually stop running when you feel pain, and everything else. That is one of my big goals of 2022, because like, you're not going to get through your running career or your running journey without listening to your body. So one of my biggest goals of 2022 is definitely listening to my body and not setting these extreme goals like running 5,000 miles and everything else. It is a slow, consistent build, because that is the journey of running. Whether if you're injured, sitting on the couch, or crushing these miles, everybody is in this together, and you're in your running journey, crushing your goals no matter what you're doing, because that is the process that you grow through when you sign up to go for a run and you lace up your shoes. But congrats to you, Rebecca, that you're wanting to run your first half marathon. And I hope you really do crush that half marathon and also run your 5K goal, and also run a new 5K PR and crush your miles goal. We all have these certain goals, and even if we do not reach it, there's always a next year. There's always a new time. You do not have to necessarily reach your goals for a year, because they're goals. You can accomplish them another time, because you have a longer journey rather than just one day, 1 month, 1 year. Running is about the long-term effect, the 5 years, the 10 years, and so on. And it's just not about just one single day, one single run. It's that overtime patience, and most of all, that overtime consistency that you need, which takes patience. But I want to thank you all for watching. Stay humble, work hard, and be kind. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.